Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KKSARPBCA Kina Club Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars Association. In honor of April Fool's Day, Rocket League has decided to rebrand their name as the old version of what Rocket League was once called. And it was called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars. I know, it sounds like a tongue twister, but once you get it down, you get it down. I mean, I literally listened to this song for like 5 minutes before starting this stream just so I could get down the name. Because I was like, Supersonic Acrobatic. I was like that. So, today's matchup. It's the 3-0, the Third Strikers, and the 1-2 Dafts. The Third Strikers currently number 1 overall so far in the rankings. And the Dafts currently sit at net ranking number 11. And I'm pretty sure we just saw one of the biggest upsets either last week or this. No, it was last week. We saw a 13 upset of 1. Yeah, but I don't think that realistically changed the Mouse's ranking as they're still number 3. But as we look into it, ladies and gentlemen, the Dafts are looking for their second win in the season, and the Third Strikers are looking to continue the perfect season so far. The only other team along with the Third Strikers that's carrying out the perfect season are the Sokina Producers. And yeah, I was correct. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game started. At Neo Tokyo, the Third Strikers will host, and it's hit down into the Daft side. The Third Strikers already wanting to get something started. If you didn't notice in the title, it is called the KKSARPBC, and the Daft's pushing it down. What a nice save by Viper. Let's go ahead and read off our names here playing tonight. We have on the Third Strikers Viper, Junker, Cougar, and Bandit. And on the Dafts, we have Yuri, Casper, Fury, and Myrtle. That said Furry, but that is definitely not their name. Yuri obviously trying to push it down. Third Striker's able to fix it as Junker will send it back. I think who is that? I don't know what the name was. Casper maybe sending it down. Cougar able to send it away. Myrtle going to try to give it a shot. Saved by Bandit. Fury puts it up. Saved by Viper. Casper puts it up, and it's blocked away. Holy crap. Third Strikers came into play and are ready today. As they push it down, they have an open net to work with. Cougar trying to hit it past. We see Myrtle trying to come in for a save, but Cougar already got to the ball first. Dafts are able to get the ball into the Third Strikers side. They need to get into their defensive positions if they want to play the defense like they have been so far. Myrtle able to hit it away. Viper sending it up in the air. There's a long shot. What a long goal. Assist by Junker. Nice shot by Viper, ending us at a perfectly 3-3-3. Junker hits it off a Daft player, and Daft player sends it over to Viper, which Viper gives us that long goal in the corner of their goal. Daft's now down 1 to the number 1 Third Striker so far. And with 3-3-3 left on the clock, the second tip will move over into the Third Striker side as the Dafts look for their game-tying goal. Dafts really need to make sense of it right now as they're going up against a very high-ranked team that hasn't lost a game so far. And by the rate they're going at right now, it doesn't seem like they will lose a game. Trying to play some defense. That ball stuck up in the air. Now in the red zone. Trying to push it away with the Third Striker. Is able to save it. Viper now with 3 saves. Getting the savior badge of the match so far. That is 3 saves. And the hat trick is 3 goals. Not sure what 3 assists are, but I would love to see that. To put up the ball is Bandit going over into the Daft side. As time just keeps on ticking down. Viper able to hit it over into the Daft side once again. The Dafts having realistically no luck so far. The only time they have is off of the tip. Trying to give it a nice little shot was Cougar. Myrtle able to save it, and that ball's going over into the Third Striker side. Yuri trying to hit it up. It's climbing the wall. It's now in the red zone. Can the Third Striker send it away? No! Yuri and Myrtle are going to be able to keep it up in the air away from the third strikers. So that is 2:07 left on the clock. Tied game. See, Myrtle just gives it to Yuri, and Yuri is just there to bump it in there. Now 1-1, 2:07. Here it goes. The third tip as that ball goes over into the third striker's side, but Cougar tried to block it. But Fury was right there and able to reject his block. So rejection of a rejection. Casper, what a nice shot. An amazing 50-50 attempt. As it's 1-2 with 1:57 left on the clock to Dafts, hoping to upset the #1 third strikers and leave the Sokina producers only one to leave them the only ones with without a loss in their season. There's only been one season so far where we've had a team that gone perfect, and that was Kena Club. But as we look at the ranks right now, Kena Club's number 6, so they're just barely. They've barely stuck in the rankings, actually, so far. Myrtle able to hit that down into the corner of the third striker's side. The third strikers really don't want this as they're trying to get a comeback goal real quick. Cougar trying to hit it away. It's just the third striker's fighting. Cougar able to get it over Yuri, who was coming in red hot. Junker sends it up, trying to get it past. Almost, that's hit off the crossbar as it's a nice block by who I think was Yuri. I had to think for a second because I didn't know who that was. Trying to get a shot off. Junker will save it. Shot by Fury. Third striker's trying to send it up. Myrtle giving up off the crossbar. Casper almost able to get a nice shot in there. Almost. Whoa! Unfortunate own goal. Making it 1-3 with 56 seconds left on the clock. Casper hits off a Viper. Cougar able to get a save, but Junker just came in there and just gave it the unlucky touch that they didn't need, making it 3-1 with 56 seconds left on the clock. If this is the upset week, I'm going to cry because holy crap, what is going on? Third striker's able to get the ball over on the Daft side. Ball's almost in the red zone. Barely got it in the red zone. It is now in the red zone. You're able to hit it away. Viper trying to send it down. Myrtle sends it away. Cougar's there to keep it in their side and is able to slip a goal through. Yes! But Junker will steal it. So assist by Cougar. Cougar's able to get that ball just rolling past a couple of players. Yuri tried to back up into it, and Junker just wanted to make sure it stayed in there. 3-2 with 32 seconds left on the clock, and now going into the 6th tip. A lot of time for the third strikers to do something, or a lot of time for the Dafts to put the final nail in the coffin. Third strikers already want to get that ball in there quick. As it's out there in the middle. No one's there for it. Bandits there. No. Yuri sends it up. What a nice shot by Yuri to give it another 2-point deficit, making it 4-2 with 22 seconds left on the clock. As it is now the 7th tip going in. What a nice shot by Yuri. The Dafts really want their chances right now. But the third strikers aren't willing to give up just yet. Maybe they are. Junker with a unfortunate miss. You just can't afford that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's probably going to be it. I think the Dafts have upset the third strikers. I know there's still 16 seconds left on the clock. Anything can happen, but it's just not possible. Well, 5-2, ladies and gentlemen, is your score so far. 0-16 now in the 8th tip. But unfortunate loss for the third strikers. Maybe it won't stay 5-2. That ball's still over there. And this is the biggest fraud #1 team I've probably seen in a hot minute. It is insane. I just can't believe my eyes. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. This #1 team who's been undefeated is just let down like the Mouses did a while ago. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the game for you. 6-2. Dafts will win it. Yuri is your MVP. Prodigy and Sorcerer. Not Sorcerer. No, Scorer. What am I on about? Hat trick, too. With 3 goals, 0 assists, 1 save, and 3 shots, and with a score of 512. On the other side, Viper is your MVP for the third strikers with 427 goal, 1 goal, 0 assists. 427 score with 1 goal, 0 assists, 4 saves, and 1 shot. if the game was won by the third strikers, Viper would have it. But you never know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the after-game talk. The Daft's able to pull off with another upset in the week, so kudos to them. Let's go ahead and get into the after-game talk. The Daft's offense came in ready to play. They were just getting beat down already. Couldn't really get past the defense near the start, but I think the third strikers realistically just let the pedal off the metal. So, yes. And, guys, if you see at the bottom of the screen that the text is flipped, that says testing text. Because it is April Fool's. So, why don't we take a little look at that? Yeah, I know. And here in just a second, once I say, well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and I guess I'll see you then, you're going to see like a little Xbox thing pop up, and you're going to see like the super powered, whatever the fuck, supersonic, acrobatic, rocket powered battle cars. Yep. You're going to see that logo. So I'll try to show that in a minute. The Daft's defense really just was putting up the plays because they didn't want any game-changing goals to happen. The third striker's offense really just let down off the pedal to the metal near the end, and their defense just deteriorated over time like rust. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Make sure to catch me tomorrow to see the Musical Strikers take on Kina Club. And foreshadowing to next Tuesday, we'll see the Crimson Knights take on the Cuckoos of Shea. Oh, hey, what do you know? That's basically a rematch because the loser of the Kina Invitational, the third place match, that is the matchup that we're going to see. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. And you will see like a little pause of a screen happen because I'm reloading Rocket League. So I'll see you here in a sec.